What's up, everybody? My name is Juwan Rohan, and this is the Misguided Podcast. We intend to guide you to a better future. Today's quick guide is what you can do now versus what you can do later. And what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, let's just shout out this new haircut from my barber. Don't it look good? You feel me? I think I got a pimple like over here, so I'm just gonna talk like this, but whatever. Anyways, what you can do now versus what you can do later. The reason I want to talk about this is because it's super important to prioritize your time. And what I mean by that is what you can do now. So there's things that you can do now, such as, for me, let's just take me as an example. I can play basketball now. I can spend time with my young kids, and go to their, events or whatever. Just a bunch of stuff that I can do now versus stuff that I can do later, right? Like, I can't get that time back. In 15, 20 years, I won't be able to play sports, right? Because my knees hurt or my back is hurting, right? Like, so if I put the focus in doing that now versus doing something else, and it's kind of prioritizing what you can do now versus what you can do later. So I can't get time back with my kids, so I spend it now. I play sports now. Let's see, what are some other things? I guess music's another one, right? Like, no one wants to hear a 50-year-old rapping, right? So I do that now because I can do that now. And I kind of substitute those things for what I can do later, right? And for example, what I can do later would be like, building a business that I have an idea about, right? Like, obviously I have multiple businesses, but let's just say one pops in my head while I'm driving or in the shower, and I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. Well, can I do this later? That's the question. Can I do this later, or does it need to be done right now? With me, it always seems like it needs to be done right now, but what I'm trying to focus on is doing it later and prioritizing what can be done now. And so it's been a battle for sure, because with me and just like my personality, I want to do everything all at once. It needs to be done now. So that is super struggling for me, but that's why I want to talk about it today. This quick guide, how I can help you as a business owner and leader achieve your goals in your future. So decide what fits, you now. Whether it's, there's so many things, right? Like, whether it's just spending time with your family, that's a huge one, right? Because like I said, time you can't do later. You can't say, I'm going to do this later, because you don't know what later is, right? It can be, I don't know. It could be there's a bunch of stuff out there. Like, I heard someone say that they were into a jujitsu, right? And that they couldn't do that when they're older because flipping around on the mats and stuff at an old age, just it doesn't work. So instead of spending all their time going to buy more rental properties, they're doing jujitsu in the morning, right? So spending 2 to 3 hours doing that, because that's what satisfies them now, knowing that they can go buy more rentals when they're older and can't do jujitsu. So, I just wanted to bring that up, kind of prioritize what's important to you at the moment, because you don't know what later is, right? And that's kind of the point of this. So what you can do now versus what you can do later, separate it and make it a priority. All right. Thanks for listening.